Tag along with Amy and Jamie while we meet the authors. Right here on Amazon Live. Ask questions to win a prize from your favorite author's life. So come on, just tag along with Amy and Jamie while we meet the authors. Right here on Amazon Live. Ask questions to win a prize from your favorite author's life.
Bum, 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 bum. Hi, guys. Welcome. I'm Amy Honey and my beautiful husband, Jamie.
G'day, everybody. I'm Jamie Honey. I'll be stepping in for the beautiful husband today, and we'll have the beautiful husband back in a few months, so that should be exciting.
You're looking good. I would love to introduce this author today. She's absolutely amazing. We're super excited. Her name is Vicki Paris Goodman. She lost the love of her life, and I cannot imagine what that is like because I nearly lost Jamie a few months ago, and it was the scariest thing ever. And
lucky she had a child tracking monitor on me and was able to find me before I wandered too far.
Oh my God.
Oh, not that experience. You're talking about the stroke.
I'm talking about the stroke.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
That was like really scary. So I know what it feels like to almost lose your husband. But anyway, her husband, Sam, she lost him to cancer in 2019.
Oh.
And while navigating her profound grief, she was astonished when the life-changing event unexpectedly opened up a world of possibilities, filling her with gratitude and optimism. So sheer inspiration motivated her to write Sam with Love, a surviving spouse's story of inspired grief in the hope others might benefit from her experience. I hope she doesn't make me cry today. She might.
She's going to make you cry.
She's going to probably make me cry.
I'll pinch you if you need to.
Vicki Goodman, Vicki Paris Goodman was born in Los Angeles, California, and she grew up near the hub of the Hollywood entertainment industry, out where I used to do stunt work. I was a stunt woman in the industry. After marrying Sam Goodman in 1997, the couple resided in Long Beach until retirement prompted a move to Prescott, Arizona in 2016. So she's a retired mechanical engineer and a real estate appraiser. She sings, plays violin semi-professionally, and served a Long Beach area newspaper as a theater critic for nearly over 20 years.
Wow.
I know, like so much stuff.
That's a lot.
And presently she's writing her second book,
Woo-hoo.
which we will talk about, Speed Bumps and Other Impediments to Life in the Fast Lane. I cannot wait to talk to her. Everybody give her a very warm Amazon welcome. Welcome, Vicki.
Welcome.
Hi. Oh, I'm so happy to be here. You guys are cracking me up.
Already. That's awesome. Wow, so much there. There's just so much. So you married him in 1997. How many years were you guys married?
Just under 22 when Sam passed.
Oh my God, devastating.
Yeah.
Devastating. And was it like when did he battle cancer for a while and like you went through that whole battle, or was it like sudden?
No, we got the diagnosis 2 years before Sam passed, and he was on treatment for that 2 years. And for a year and a half, he did fine. You know, unless you knew he had cancer and was under treatment for it, you wouldn't have known there was anything wrong at all. He looked great. He was still working out. He was eating well. It was just the last few months where things really took a nosedive, but we were expecting it because we'd been told there was no way he was going to survive this. It wasn't a diagnosis where a miracle was possible, according to the doctors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's some interesting studies out there, and I encourage everyone to go have a quick look after this. Not now. Put your hand away from the keyboard. Stop it. No. So some interesting studies about the placebo and the nocebo effect of information that can come from medical professionals. There was an interesting story about a doctor who ran triathlons and for about 16 years. And then when he had that company got amalgamated into a bigger company, they all had to do a fitness medical. And he didn't think twice about it. And they go, oh, sorry, these x-rays show a mass there. And then like, the situation happened and he passed. And then about 6 months later, and then they were going through his stuff when they were cleaning it out. And they found when he went through medical school, the same x-rays showed up there as well. Yet,
it wasn't until he had the information about it.
Yeah, it was more the information that made him then constantly think about it that was a big changer. So it's not to say the medical profession is not right, and it's also not wrong. So both are potentials and possibilities. So it's good to gather all the information you possibly can in those situations. And yet it is unfortunate that this kind of stuff is existing in our life. I'm reading the book Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers right now.
Oh, that's a great book. Yeah, really about our psychology around our illnesses and stuff.
So that experience led you to write this book, or was this kind of because I know with some of my clients we do it as a therapy process where it's like just put down all your emotions and all your feelings right now and then we do something with it. Was it a desire to write the book, or was it just a me processing experience that led you into the book?
Actually, neither. It was more, yeah, it was much more the fact that on the day Sam passed, I had such an unexpected experience, and it kept going for months, probably well over a year. I didn't write the book until 2 years after Sam passed because, looking back on all the unexpected things that had happened starting on the day he passed, I thought this story could help other people. And that's why I wrote the book. So what happened on the day he passed was that I felt like a helping hand was coming from somewhere outside myself to guide me or lead me. I was being flooded with optimism, which on the day he passed, that was unseemly. But I thought, I don't think I should put this away because push it away because it was so, I was so strong during, I'll pat myself on the back. I was strong during our 2-year ordeal. And I took such good care of Sam during the last couple of months when he needed taking care of. And I thought, if good things want to come my way, maybe I should let them. And it was the best decision I could have made because, opportunities to do things that I may not have been able to do otherwise started coming my way, and I felt motivated to embrace them. This is even more stunning because I was raised so secular. And even though I'd begun to believe in a higher power at some point a few years before, I hadn't taken that belief very far. It remained a very rudimentary faith, if you will. And so I was completely transformed during the months after Sam passed. And insights were coming my way, insights that I really think could help others to view death and loss in a completely different way than our culture conditions us to view them. So this is all, just sort of in a nutshell, the kinds of things that were happening after Sam passed. And I didn't expect any of it.
Wow.
Yeah. So with that helping hand, you felt a kind of a shift in that moment that was unexpected based on what you'd been experiencing for 2 years. You thought potentially the expectation was going to be more downhill or emotional, and yet all of a sudden you felt this presence that supported and guided you, that led you into a new understanding, if I'm understanding you correct.
That's exactly right.
What was one of the key, is there a key moment in that initial phase that you can share with us that is a new way of looking for people or thinking about the death of a loved one?
Well, there was a catalyst. I had access to the hospice chaplain from the hospice we used for Sam. I was offered like a monthly meeting with her for a full year after Sam passed. And I said yes to that. And one of the first things I mentioned to her was, I want to know more about the afterlife. Tell me about the afterlife. And what she did was she recommended I read a story about a neurosurgeon who had a secular neurosurgeon who had had a near-death experience. And he had been in a coma for a week from a brain infection. His colleagues were taking care of him. Anyway, his near-death experience I found so credible, so believable. so convincing that that story alone took me the rest of the way to fully believing in God and an afterlife. And from there, insights started to come to me, like it's certain things that I kind of interpolated from the story I read about the neurosurgeon. Like, for example, that souls are perfected in the afterlife, because what he describes is a love so powerful in the afterlife that we can't even begin to comprehend it here on earth. So I'm thinking, okay, souls are perfected in the afterlife because they're surrounded by this immense love.
Mm-hmm.
So from that, I thought, well, if they know he also describes knowing everything that there is to know, because I guess you're at one with God. So from all of this, I said, okay, there are no negative emotions that souls experience in the afterlife, only love and good things. So there's no jealousy, no anger. And so people who tend to, after losing a loved one, who tend to grieve hard and long, partly because they would feel guilty if they didn't, need not do that.
Correct.
No. So these are the kinds of insights that started coming to me. And then the best insight of all really came after I published the book. And that was that I started asking the question, is death really tragic? Because if God has a plan for each one of us,
Mm-hmm.
and if that plan is for, let's say, a married couple, for one to pass away before the other, because that's the way it almost always happens. You know, how often do you have two people in a love relationship dying in a car crash or a plane crash? Not very often. Usually one passes before the other. And I'm thinking, okay, so that was God's plan. And the one that's left here on earth, there's a plan for that person to learn more things, experience more things, and possibly even teach others. So I thought, and then they'll join their loved one in the afterlife later. And I'm thinking, what is so tragic and terrible about this? And I couldn't think of anything. So I'm seeing everything in a completely different way. Plus, when you start to believe in a higher power, you find that death, which you used to be afraid of, is no longer scary. You're no longer afraid of dying yourself. So, this was kind of a fast, walk through all this, but those are the kinds of insights that I was blessed with receiving. And so now I consider myself the messenger that God has chosen to put these concepts forward. I don't think any of them have come from me. I think they've all come from outside myself. And maybe because I speak reasonably well and I write very well, and I started out secular, which maybe makes some of this more believable. So for all these reasons, God has blessed me with this task.
Yeah, that's cool. I've had the I was going to say benefit of living in many different countries around the world, many different cultures, and nearly all the religions speak about there's something more. Of the 4,400 different forms of recognized religions around the world right now, there is this allowance and this concept and this awareness that this life isn't the whole thing. And from what I gathered, you mentioned there's something about usually couples, and one will go earlier than the other one, and because potentially God has more for that person to learn. So what I'm taking from that, the person who goes first wins. They learn the quickest. So no? Okay. That might be just my competitive streak. I'm really there.
Actually, Jamie, I absolutely think you may be onto something there. I think maybe they say the good die young. I think maybe there's something to that that people who are maybe a little more perfect, less flawed than the rest of us, here's my self-deprecation coming in, maybe are permitted to pass into the afterlife sooner.
Yeah, well, the good die young. I died when I was 18, but they sent me back. So so I was good. And now I'm not as.
Oh, you've taken a few steps back, have you?
Yeah. So that's what led me into first being intrigued with all these other different potentialities, and why, while I was traveling around the world, I dove into the different cultures and the different religious beliefs of those different cultures. Because at 18, I saw something that was separate and different to the life or the social construct in which I'd been raised in which everyone was living as a reality, but it was a belief structure that they were being guided through from their ancestors' expectations. So in that process, just to take a moment to step back and go, oh, what is life and where am I? And you can start to all this connectiveness of everything. There is everything. And as you mentioned in the story about the person feeling like there's love, that's exactly what I described when I describe my near-death experience. Like, you get to this place where there's a sweetness in the air that is this feeling of love. Like the very first time you got your first kiss with someone that you had a crush on, and there's that sweetness of moment just before you're about to kiss. That sweetness is intensifying and so rich and so full, and that's in the air you breathe, or at least it was for me when I was there. And so that, going from that point, I love how you connected that to, hey, I don't have to die to start living from a place of love. I don't have to be discarding the physical body before I start to connect or reach out to people in such a way that is allowance, acceptance, support, like all the words that support the love experience. Like, if you love someone, you're not looking to control them. I saw a groovy post by Ellen DeGeneres this morning.
You sent that to me.
I did. Yeah, it's cool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it's like, like love is more than just a person-to-person experience. Love is an allowance, an acceptance, and a support, and an uplifting. And what are your dreams? How can I help you? So I love the fact that from all that experience, you took that away. That's a very insightful and uplifting way to that grain of I don't know, magic is in everyone's experience, but you're one of the few people to have noticed that, to pick it up, to take it and then say, hey, everybody, I know there's the 8 stages of grief, yet there's one you're missing, and that's like, learn to love a little bit. Very, very good. We got some people here saying, hello, Vicki. Hi, Vicki. They're very excited by everything that you're saying.
Feel free to ask any questions in the chat. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. So you have another book coming out too. What was the title of that one again?
It's called Speed Bumps and Other Impediments to Life in the Fast Lane. And it's about the trials of life from the point of view of a type A personality. Pretty self-deprecating in places. I had a lot of fun with it.
So you say type A personality. For those people listening, what's your definition of a type A personality?
Yeah, good point. Everybody seems to have a different one, but I think everyone would agree that it's an impatience, which is not a good trait to have. Type A's are very impatient. They can be very driven, in their careers and in all of their endeavors. So I think those are the 2 main components of it. In my case, there were some compulsions too, like when I was 6 years old and we moved into a new house and I finally had my own room, I was meticulous about my bedroom, and that's where it started. And I've pretty much been that way my whole life.
Right.
So, yeah.
So for all you people who are asking someone if you have permission to find out who the type A personality is, it's not you. The person you're asking permission for is the type A person. They're natural leaders. They jump up there. And that drive that Vicki was talking about, that moving forward, that passion, often has people go, whoa, what's happening? And they're like, come along. And they're like, oh, thank God someone took the lead, and it can work in a positive way. Yet also some people go, whoa, what are we doing? Who put you in charge? It's like, well, no one was in charge, so I felt someone should be. That can be disconnecting as well for the other personality types. We've talked about personality types here several times. So yeah, speed bumps in that area. Speed bumps is a great analogy because it's a little thing that's unexpected. If you're not looking out for it, you hit it and you're like, oh, I spilled Amy's her tea in her lap just yesterday or the day before, hitting a speed bump.
Yeah, the speed bump analogy is more, I've noticed that the type A's I know, including myself, hate inconvenience. Any obstacle to where we're trying to get, whether it's a literal speed bump that's preventing us from getting to our destination, us and our cars, to get to our destination as quickly as possible. That's a literal speed bump. But all those obstacles in life that prevent you from getting to some goal, whether it be trivial or maybe even, something big like a job promotion, whatever it is, drives us crazy. And so that's the other aspect.
That's because our underlying motivation, because I'm also that personality type. So our underlying motivation is either money or power or both. So if we feel like our time is getting wasted or our money's being wasted, we're really offended by that. And we're kind of big picture people. Don't bog me down with the little details. Give me the big picture. What is it? How, like, this is like in sales, like how to sell to a personality type. That's this is one of the things we teach. You want to give them like the big picture and the quick ROI. And, what is it? Like, give me the details. And we're either in or out. Like, we're really fast decision makers, right?
Yeah.
Where somebody that's Jamie's personality type, he's a little bit more of the creative type. And so he wants more detail. So he wants all the information, all the detail. He takes a long time to make a decision.
I take the right amount of time to make a decision.
You take way too flipping long to make a decision.
I take the exact amount of time everyone should be taking for such important decisions.
That's so funny. Sam, my husband, Sam, was what I call a type B- New Yorker. He was as chill as you could get. And it was a pretty good match for that reason, because, he was the calming effect I needed. And I was the motivating effect that he needed. So, it works well.
Very often it works like that. Yeah.
The calm after the storm. Oh, my wife's been through. Yeah, let me help you with that. Sure. No, we'll get to it. Yeah, I'll follow up on that. Not a problem. Yeah. Well, it's wonderful to meet you all. Next time I'll get to know your names.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So you had this just before we have to jump on to the next things, I'm really curious about if there's one key moment of the spiritual awakening that you'd like to share with everyone, for them to consider. Like, what was?
Well, I think it was, as I said, I think the key moment was reading the story of the neurosurgeon. But what I'd really like to do, if it's okay with you, is give people a couple of tips that aren't obvious. Yeah. What I'd like to, So one thing I found that really worked for me after Sam passed was striking a balance between all these exciting new activities and opportunities that were coming my way and quiet time, because we need to process what's happened to our life when we lose the person that we shared our home with and who was in my case, Sam was the love of my life. So even though I was much more optimistic than than I expected to be. I still needed to process things. And a lot of people will tell you when you lose someone, just keep yourself as busy as possible so you don't have time to think or feel. I instinctively knew that was bad advice, well-intended, but bad advice. So strike that balance, give yourself some quiet time to process the loss and the changes to your life, mostly the changes to your life. And then go ahead and have fun. And one other thing, I did notice when I was having these fun times, I would come home and feel empty inside. I realized nothing I was doing, as fun as it all was having any meaning. And I thought, okay, that maybe that's because Sam isn't here any longer, at least not physically, to share things with. And you know what? I knew that I was on the right path, but that it was just going to be that way for a while. And so I accepted it. And so those are the things that I'd like to kind of put out there so that people can take that experience and feel okay about the way things go after they lose someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it really could. I mean, it really feels like the carpet's being pulled out from underneath your feet, like the rug's just being yanked, and you're just like, what do I do next? It's those moments, I've had those moments when I've lost people, or or even like when my daughter left, to go to school, to college, it's like all of a sudden I'm empty nest. I'm like, what do I do with myself? You don't know. It's almost those moments where you don't know what to do with yourself.
Right.
And that's a great moment, like the daughter going to college. I'm an Australian, and most of my close contact friends are back in Australia or Japan. Konnichiwa to all my friends over there. And the experience of no longer physically being in their presence is kind of the same of death in a way. You're not visually connected with them. You don't have this little moment here, taste this. Oh yeah, it's disgusting, isn't it? You don't have those moments that you naturally do when you're physically contained, yet I still exist. And my belief structures are like that there's the body and then there's the being. And even though the body may no longer be here, the being still exists in time and space and life, and you can still communicate. So I can still send a message to my friends, and I can still feel them caring and loving and concerned. And when I did die, I noticed that there weren't any of these negative emotions. Like my sister was there looking at my body in a coma in the bed, and she's bawling her eyes out, and she's super sad. And I'm super close with my sister. Yet I'm just in that moment, I'm observing her going, when she cries, all her makeup runs and she looks silly. There wasn't any sadness. There was like, boy, you are going to have to fix that up before you go into public. Like I was in that moment, I was actually finding lightheartedness of the emotion. I'm like, you don't need to be so sad. I remember going, it's like, why all the emotion? It's no big deal. So for people to remember that and make the most of those tactile moments that they have for the people you love and care about. It's not going to hurt their day to say, hey, I really care about you. Oh, thanks so much for what you did. Or, hey, here's a little thing I found at the dollar store that reminded me of you. It's a upside down goose. No, you're just holding it upside down. Oh, well, I hope you like the goose. You can take those moments now. You don't have to wait. And when you said balance is so important, it is so, so important. If we taking those moments to be aware of who you are now as the person that's no longer the couple, but you're still a person that was part of the couple, yet you're still a person, and having fun, having joy, having uplifting moments, meeting with friends, connecting, and also having that quiet time for you to process that chemistry change that's going to happen in the body when those moments. So yeah, thank you very much for sharing all that.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Vicki. We would love to have you on again.
Oh, well, when I get the new book published, I will contact you for sure. I'd love to talk more about it. And thank you so much for having me.
Sounds great. It was lovely. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
Have an awesome time over there, Vicki. May it be a balanced and powerful day for you, full of love and opportunity.
Thank you.
Cool. Oh my gosh, she was amazing.
Yeah,
What a great book. Grab her book below. It's only $20.57 right now.
Yep.
You can grab it and maybe it can help you if you're going through loss right now, or it can be beneficial, just to hear these stories and understand that cycle of grief, because we grieve over lots of things.
And so many people feel alone in these moments. So if you know someone, buy the book, give it to them, and realize that they're not alone, and everything that they may be experiencing or feeling, they don't have to have any other emotion about it other than, oh, this isn't abnormal. I don't need to feel guilty for feeling this way. Or you can, all those emotions are justified in that moment for yourself. But it also gives you a journey or a pathway to learn about what's the next action step for you, and find some beautiful moments like the spiritual awakening.
And if you have a friend going through that in the moment, don't ask them what they need. Just show up for them.
Yeah, so, hey,
just figure out, preempt what they need and show up, because they're in a trauma state where they don't know. Like, I know for me, so I had a good friend of mine. I was 21 years old, and a good friend of mine was taken brutally from this world from another guy, who ended up in jail for that. And it was really hard, because at that age we were all so young and we didn't really know how to deal with it. And I just remember kind of walking around in a daze. Somebody needed to go, Amy, you need to eat. Have you eaten a meal? Like, I didn't even realize that days had gone by without me eating, and it was like, and people would go, what do you need? What do you need? I don't know. Like, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. My answer was nothing. But what I needed was somebody to just show up with a meal and go, you're eating.
Yeah.
You're sleeping now. Go sleep.
We're going to go for a walk and I'm going to buy you lunch. Let's go.
Come on. Get up. Go.
Just
right?
little 2-hour moments of you're making the decision and they're just following along, because there's so much what's the right thing to do right now.
That decision making is very difficult.
Yeah.
Can be very difficult.
When anybody goes through any loss or huge elements of despair elements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, a really good friend of ours, Raquel, when Jamie had the stroke, she messaged me and she said, do you have a ride from the airport yet? Can I pick you up? No, she said, can I pick you up from the airport? I hadn't even thought that far. And yes, I needed a ride. And it was way easier than getting an Uber. He was in a wheelchair at the time. And it was like, I didn't know how I was going to get him home.
She just took one of the decision-making processes out of the equation for a second. So like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't have to worry about that. Someone else is taking care of that one thing of how I get from the airport back to the home.
Yeah. And it wasn't, what can I help you with? It was like, can I pick you up from the airport? Oh, yes, you can. That'd be great. Right. So it was like, even in the wording that you use when somebody's going through oh man. Evan said, I needed this book 2 years ago when I lost my mom, my dad, my baby brother, and my dog. Oh, yeah, that was devastating, Evans. Yeah. Well, it still could be helpful.
Yeah.
Grab it.
It might be worth reading the book and going through the journey from a third-person perspective again, and any emotional elements that
just to keep processing
just
that
to
loss.
release them that you may be holding on to, because at the time you had so much to process that you didn't have time to process at all. So that's one of the things we do with a number of the clients, where we're like, okay, let's just do a little regression, go back through and go, oh, why am I crying right now? It's like, oh, there's an emotion that you didn't have time for.
You didn't have time to release it.
Now you can release it. So yeah.
Awesome. That was great. Okay, tell us about the next product.
Woo! This is it. You guys know this guy. This is the U Green adapter. And look at this. He has one USB-C at the top. No, one USB at the top and 3 USB-C. This is very handy to have. A lot of the charging cords are going to USB-C now, universally across the planet. So this is a great adapter. Now, I take this traveling with me instead of my MacBook Pro charger block. So I have my MacBook Pro plugged in. I have my secondary screen plugged in. I have something else plugged in, and I have my PokeWatch plugged in. So I have all of these different devices plugged into one little power block. And when you're at the airport and people are like, are you using that? Are you using that? I just go, oh, here, can I put this in and we all can share? And they're like, oh, thank you. And once someone went and bought me a coffee because I helped them get their phone charged. So yeah, this is making me money now, or at least saving me money. Very handy. It's a little bit smaller than the MacBook Pro block, but you got 4 spots that you can put it in. Now, it's on a great prime saving, 25% off. The next one is 37% off. So it's cheaper and smaller. So the only difference is it's missing the top one. So if you can imagine, it's about this big, without the top there. So it's not as big. It's like 1 slot lower. So it has 2 USB-Cs and 1 USB on it. Works the same way, just as I was describing. So these are great. These are fantastic. They're U-Green USB chargers. And the next one, oh my God, this is...
Before you go on to the U-Green charger, I just wanted to comment. Jenny made a comment. I remember her telling me the story. She said, when I was distraught, I hadn't been out of bed for days. A friend came over and said, come with me. He took me to a record store. And as I flipped through the albums, I got my spirit back. He was so smart to take her to the thing she loved, which was music.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
And so then she's flipping back. She's starting to kind of pull herself out of that depression a little bit. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great. Your friend was good.
Yeah. If when I was depressed, a friend took me to a record store, and all I could do, because it was taking me to Jenny got her spirit back at the record store because she loved music. When I looked at the records, I'm like, someone burnt the pizza. Someone burnt the pizza.
And Evan said, I think I just blocked it all out. It was too much to handle.
Yeah. It can be overwhelming at times in mass emotions.
Yeah.
It is great to know that there are people who've had other experiences and where they still feel that connection.
And that you're not alone.
That it's not an end, it's a change, which is the biggest thing that I've learned. And traveling around the world and different people that have shared stuff, that it's not an ending, it's a change. And that changing can feel like an ending in most areas in life when you do something that's a big change. You would go through a lot of the same emotional states. So having blocked it all out because it was so much to handle, just to allow that emotional state to flow through, knowing that every emotion you have is perfectly justified in that emotion, in that moment. Because some people, that's a negative emotion, that's a positive emotion, that's not a good emotion. It's just an emotion. It's there for a moment. Allow it to go and then come back to what you choose to be. It's the repressing and the holding back at times for other people's benefits that actually reduces the actual natural flow of the body. So if you're sad or something, just let that flow through and then come back. But also looking to what Vicki was saying, go and have fun. You're still alive. All the loved ones that I've lost have wanted to have fun with me. So the fact that they're no longer there, they still want me to have fun. They still want me to be happy, because that's why they were my loved ones, because they cared about me having fun. The fact that they no longer are there doesn't stop that thought or form. So yeah, definitely go and do stuff that lifts your spirits, as Jenny shared. Well, that's a great story about how her friend just knew, this is what makes you happy. And it was a record store is great because it's a little moment of quietness, self-contemplation, while also looking things that you like. Yeah, great idea. Thanks for sharing, everyone. Fantastic. Evan says, Jenny says, exactly, Jamie. So Jenny agrees with me. Where's that count? You count my drop counts. What about Jamie was right count?
No need.
Yeah, the number's big. Anyway, so probably not enough room on the screen to put that count. And then Evan says, I don't think I would stop. Too much pain. Yeah. Well, definitely I encourage looking at a way to release the pain in a healthy process, because the pain isn't doing, if it's still there, then it's still something that
it does take time, but getting through it on the other side, because when my friend was taken from me, I didn't think I was ever going to get over that. And I've had some tragic losses in my life, and I didn't think I would ever be the same after them, because they were brutal and real tragic. And and you know what, you can come out of it on the other side, and you can even come out of it with gratitude and with love.
And what's really great is that we're talking about this right now. This is one of the best benefits of having Vicki here this morning is, one, we got to hear of her journey and story, and on the other side of it, what's happening in her life. Yet it also brought up the opportunity for us all to have this conversation. Most people are like, oh, you had a loved one die? Okay. So what about the football game? It's
they don't want to talk about it.
They feel uncomfortable about it. And what's the best thing is to remove that uncomfortableness and just have the conversation, say whatever you want, express whatever you want, and then allow that emotional state to flow through. So a great way to do that is to grab Vicki's book and have a read, go through that emotional journey in the quiet of your own space as well, or read it out to someone, read it out to your puppy dog. So great that we can have these conversations. And by all means, I have a lot of these different conversations. People reach out all the time, and most of the time I'm just there as an ear going, oh, okay, and what else?
Yeah.
That's 90% of what I say. Oh, okay. Oh, no, I understand. What else? And it gets there. So we appreciate you folks all being here and getting the opportunity to listen to Vicki's talk this morning and to share all the stories that you've shared. And don't be afraid to also share a brain challenge or tongue twister.
Or a joke. Let's see if we can stump Jamie on a joke today.
Someone put a tongue twister in for Amy, and she'll do it 3 times really quick the moment it pops up without practicing. Or see if you can stomp me with a joke. Talking about Amy and cute little things, have a look at this.
Did you just call me a cute little thing?
Have a look at
you
this.
Did.
Have a look.
This little charger from Ugreen that looks like a little mini robot is the cutest thing I think I've ever seen, and I'm in love with it. And I'm gonna probably have to hide this from my grandson because he's definitely gonna love this charger. It is so cute. It's got little feet, and that's where the little plug-in is. And you can see that I plugged it in. And you've got the 3 different modes on it. So I'd like to thank Ugreen for sending this to me to review. I really do appreciate it. Their products are top notch. So here's the 3 codes on it. It shows you the little face. If it's got the little curved eyebrows with the nose, it's recharging. If it's just got the curved eyebrows and no nose, it's charged, ready to go. And if it's got just the flat eyes like that, and then the charge symbol, it's charging, it's standing by. So that's what it's on, because it needs to be charged up. So I'll have to spend time charging it up, but it was still on standby. So meaning it needs a little bit to charge, which is great. I'm going to leave it here and charge it. But what's cool about this is you've got 1 USB-C, 1 USB port, and 2 USB-C ports, because it's got the little guys there. Really cool. And these are actually going to be universal soon. So it's probably going to be the universal charging soon, those 2. So it is fantastic. Super cute. Great to just throw in your bag. Really compact. And it's going to charge up your phones. It's going to charge up anything that you need as you're just traveling around. Very cool. Great for your travel bag. Thank you again, Ugreen.
I lost my mouse. Found my mouse. So that is the Ugreen. What a cute little robot. It's highlighted right now for you guys to click on it. Go have a look. It's got some big Prime Day savings on it. So you actually, you charge it up and then it holds that charge, and you can use it to power a whole bunch of different things after that with the 2 USB-C and the 1 USB port on it. And it's got a little face on it that tells you where it's super cute. It's a super little cute guy, 35% off. So not only is it fun and handy to hold around, it's also cute. And this is, if I could get it out. Okay, I think I'm opening it the wrong side. This is the wireless car charger. So this clip goes into the air vent, and then the power cord plugs into it. And it's got a super strong magnet on it and key charging. So all you do is get your cell phone, pop it on there, and it charges up. An iPhone 15 fully flat, 120 minutes, and it's 100% charge. So it charges pretty dang quick, and it's magnetically set there. And all you do is pop your phone off. There's no cords or anything attached to your actual phone. So very handy, super strong magnetic charge and key charging, and you can pop it into any of your car vents. So That is a cool one right there. That's him highlighted for you. The key charging from ESR. They have a bunch of different devices. So just click on the visit the ESR store and find out what other deals they've got going for you there. The next guy here is the Shinewell. Dun, 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 dun. If you remember yesterday, I'm like, hey, this is how it works. And the battery pack was flat. So we've charged up the battery pack. And as you can see right there, it says 1, 2, 3, 4 little white dots showing it's fully charged. So now that sits in the pocket. So you can walk around and everything with this. You don't have to worry about it being plugged in. Now push the power button on and you can see it goes on low. So that's low infrared and low vibration, these buttons here. So if I push the vibration, higher vibration, off. And the button will actually change color. See where my finger's pushing, it changes color. Medium, high, off. And the same over here for temperature. Watch the little red beads go. That's off. Oh, no. Oh, I was looking at the camera. That's the power button. Here we go. This one here is the heat. So higher, off. So yeah, great. Infrared heat is really, really good. Really good for you. And then the next guy we're going to have a quick look at is the Mum Cozy nursing pillow. So you could put that infrared belt on your lower back while you're nursing, and this nursing pillow is very handy. So let's just have a quick squeeze at the nursing pillow.
This is a nursing pillow from Mom Cozy, and you can see that it's got these little hooks down here to be able to put this around your waist. And unfortunately, I don't have a baby to demo a baby. However, I'd like to thank Mom Cozy for sending this to me to review. I really do appreciate it. So I'm just clipping this behind me, and I'm pulling the strap tight. So I've got a nice, good, tight, secure set, and I can just set the baby right down here, and it's going to be really super comfortable, and I will be able to, I love this comfort here of this, the security. Man, this would have been so great. My daughter's 35 years old, and I would have loved this. This would have been really, really a nice, easy pillow to be able to rest and not be having to hold the baby up. So really cool, gives the baby nice, good support. So again, thank you, Mom Cozy.
Isn't that awesome? So that's the Mum Cozy nursing pillow that's highlighted right there. Straps around your back gives you extra opportunity to support the baby. Now, Mum Cozy is one of those companies that just has so many great products, and we're going to drop in them pretty soon. But also there's the baby healthcare, baby complete healthcare. It's a grooming kit from Lupante. So it's a 24 piece. It's highlighted right now. It's a great little kit. Here it comes in a carry bag that zips open, fully opens all the way, and it has all these devices: brush, hair, comb, nail finer, thermostat, squeezer, everything you need for your little baby's healthcare. This is a great little add-on, and it's got some big savings on it right now. It's got some Prime Day big savings with 23% off. This is a great little thing for a baby shower to give someone as a wrap-up, as a present for a baby shower, because it's something that you don't think about until you've got a little baby and like, I need right now and don't worry, it's right here in the kit with all the little pieces in this 24-piece kit, a 24-piece kit, baby care kit. Now, Mum Cozy, the Mum Cozy Food Squeeze Station. This is right here. You make up your own little meals, squeeze them down into here, no mess, into little pouches, reusable pouches that you can use again and again. So then you create your own little squeeze pouch. So food doesn't go to waste. You can mix it up, put it in here. Or if you've got very specific nutritional needs, you can make up your own little squeezy packs, put in here. If you want to go hiking, fill it up, use it. So yeah, the Mum Cozy Squeeze Pack is great. Then we've got the Mum Cozy Innovative Cradle Cap. This is a little design. You put the shampoo in here, and this little guy here has little soft bristles, and you got shampoo on the top. So only when you need the shampoo do you push the thumb on the top, and a little bit of shampoo comes out, and you just wrist around. The little bristlies are super soft. It's very delicate. See, there's an example of it being used right there. Just a little push, and it's got a little comb here. Look at the little teddy bear comb. The teeth are so fine.
So cute.
I don't even know if you can actually see how fine those teeth are. So yeah, it's designed for the love and well-being of a little baby. And what I like about the little pressure pump that you with their hair, too often you pour too much shampoo on the baby's head and it gets in their eyes. This solves that problem, because you're typically squeezing out the amount of shampoo you're used to shampooing with, which is your head, which is 4 times the size. So yeah, it's a great little device, very handy and helpful. This is the Mum Cozy Nail File Grinder. Nail file kit. Very cool. Mum Cozy. Again, little babies' nails are like razor blades. They're all Edward Scissorhands until, and this can save your life. Also, it's very gentle. There it is. You got these, you got the grinder there, and you got all these grinding plates down here. Different emery board intensities. Or
the prices are great on these Tuesday. Like there's 33% off on this, so it's only $19.99.
Yeah, again, that's another thing. And you can easily carry that little kit in your purse. Oh, sharp now. Just get in. While the baby's sleeping, just get up their little fingers, grind them down.
Sleeping is a good time to do it.
Sleeping's the best time to do it. I agree.
So they're not.
And we have the Mum Cozy milk bottle warmers. I'm trying to remember where I put the other one. There it is. So there's 2 designs here for you. This one here, I got a little video for a show about that in a second. It has a night light and a lot of automatic features. I really like this one. And then also this one is also really good. What's great is that you pop the milk in there and it instantly warms up. You put the bottle in there, instantly warms up. You put a little water in it, it heats it up to the perfect temperature. You don't want it too hot. You don't want it too cold. You want it just right. So it heats it up to the best temperature for the baby to enjoy. So yeah, that's that one right there, and it's got 47% off. Bring it down to just $31 from $60 to $31. And this next one is 20% off, so bring it down to $50 to $40, $39, $50 to $39. And so let's have a quick look at it and how it works.
That's not good.
What?
That drink.
Oh.
This is the awesome milk bottle warmer from Mum Cozy. Thanks for sending it to us to compare and share. This is a great little device, 9-in-1. It's actually got a night light on it as well, 24-hour night light. Simple push button, turn the dial, you get all the functions that you can use. You can cook food in there, heat that up. You can pour this little bit of water out for water warming for the milk bottle. It takes pretty much most baby bottles for the milk, as well as the bags. The breast bags for the mother's milk can go in here and be warmed up. So very simple to use, a great design, convenient with that nightlight. You can pretty much have this anywhere you need to have it with a 24-hour timer, as well as a heating function that will warm it up and then allow it to stay warm for up to 60 minutes. Plus you've got fast heat, slow heat, cooling, a whole bunch of items available for you right here.
Yeah, so great milk bottle warmers. I love the idea that it's got a nightlight with it for that 3 a.m. feed. It is good. It's got the timer. You can heat up the little like baby food that is like warm meals as well. So yeah, again, they are a great item for a baby shower or parents with a newborn kid. It's just a simple device that does so many little things that it's a huge, huge, huge help. And then we also have, so you've got state of mind, the Mum Cozy Baby Monitor. So yeah, the Mum Cozy Baby Monitor here with 1080, and it's won a whole bunch of awards. This guy's won like a whole bunch of mum recognition awards, product recognition awards from those people like, let me have a look. I know, Top Mum, whatever. What's it called? Mum's Choice Awards. The Mum's Choice Awards of Excellence. It's also got the 2023 National Parenting Product Award winner. And it's got Best of the Bump Awards of 2023. It's got High Performance Baby Monitor for the BB Busy Baby Awards. So it has won a tremendous amount of awards. 1080 PD. You can actually do dual conversation, so you can hear the baby and the baby can hear you if you so choose. And this little camera here, as you can see, it rotates up and down and also rotates 360. So you've got a whole lot of viewing opportunities within the room. Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And that is the baby monitor. Then we also have the Mum Cozy nursing bras. So we've got two lots of nursing bras right here. This is a 3-pack. As you can see, it's got the 3 different colors. You can get it in many different colors. You can get it in a 2-pack, you can get it in a 3-pack. This is the single. They've got extra little clasps that you can unclasp it without taking the whole bra off to access for baby feeding. So we've got, Amy's got a demo video here on one of the black ones. So
it's nice. They're nice.
And a big thing about these is it's made with this material that is so comfortable and soft.
It's one of the best inventions I've seen. I wish I had this when my daughter was little. So anyway, pretty cool. Oh, and it's got the 3 adjustable back here. So as you grow and shrink, you have 3 good sizes there to adjust. This is the Mom Cozy Nursing Bra, and in my opinion, I think all women's clothing should be made with this material. They call it like this buttery material, but
that was the end of the video. Here's the beginning.
Anything at all. It is like the
changing it up a little for you folks
on the planet. So let me show you how it works. But I'd like to thank Mom Cozy for sending this to me to review. I really do appreciate it. So you've got on either side of these straps here, you've got these little clips, and the clip just undoes it, just completely undoes, and I'm kind of backwards here. I'm trying to do this backwards. Here we go, right there. So it clips out, and then you've got this strap below that still hangs, so you have access. The baby has access, and then you just pop that back on, and it just clips right back on, and you've got. So it looks stylish. It feels great, and it is just one of the best inventions I've seen. I wish I had this when my daughter was little. So anyway, pretty cool. Oh, and it's got the 3 adjustable back here. So as you grow and shrink, you have 3 good sizes there to adjust.
It actually has that adjustable size. It actually comes with that as a separate piece as well. So if you don't need it, you don't need to use it. But if you need to extend it out, you can expand it out. You can leave the bra on, but the material is super soft. There's no hard wire or hard plastic in it to hold the form. It's shaped with this super soft, velvety material that is form-fitting and form-holding. So it's super comfy on from all reports. I haven't worn it yet. From all reports, it's super comfy. Now, go into the Mum Cozy, go into the bra options and have a look. There's a lot of options there for you. This is the Mum Cozy Lactation Massager. So it's got a nice soft silicone touch to it. It's got vibration, it's got heat, it's got a nice curved aspect. So it goes around the breast for engorged ducts and lactation. It is designed to make the breastfeeding experience more comfortable. It's pumping heat and vibration for improved milk flow. Breastfeeding essentials for clogged ducts and engorgement. So they can be quite painful, and this is a great device relief, and it's 34% off. And as we were saying before, Mum Cozy has gone into every situation, then gone, how can this be better? All the parenting or mothering situations happen with when you're pregnant or newborn or young children, and they're going, how can this be better? How can this be better? And that's what that's one of the things they've created, is to help the milk flow with the breastfeeding. This is the Mum Cozy muslin. So muslin cloths, and they come in a 4-pack. They're lightweight, they're breathable. You can use them for so many different things, and they're beautiful to hold and beautiful to look at. So let's just have a quick look at that 4-pack.
This is the beautiful 4-pack of baby muslin swaddle blankets. It comes in 4 beautiful colors from Mum Cozy. Thanks for sending it to us to compare and share. Now, they're actually made of all natural cotton and bamboo. So they're actually, with that bamboo, lightweight and allows the skin to breathe. And you can use this for a swaddle blanket. You can use it as a burping cloth. You can use it as a nursing blanket, a stroller cover, a diaper change. They're basically 4 foot by 4 foot. Whoop, disappeared. And they're wonderful and soft, and a double weave knit for strength and longevity.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da. Doesn't cover the fact that you missed the mute button.
Here's the next thing. What?
Huh?
It's unmuted.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This next guy is the retractable baby gate. Retractable baby gate.
Hi, USS Rover. Hi, Ed Evans is laughing.
G'day, Rover. G'day, g'day,
Good to see you.
This is a baby gate. So basically, it's like a blind that you pull down. It's a blind you pull across, designed to stop a baby or a little puppy dog running out the door. So sometimes with those gates that have just they get their hands through, they get stuck there, they're a little bit big, they got a small head, they get their head stuck through. So this is like a blind you pull down, except it's attached to one side of the door, you pull it across, and it retractable hooks into the little hooks that you put on the other side of the door, and they're plastic and smooth curves, so when not in use, you're not bumping into them going, ow. It's actually a very clever design, and you can get it in different sizes and different colors. The retractable baby door.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. Oh. And it's on a Prime Day, Big Day deal as well. Dropped from 20% off, $50 to $39 with a 5% additional coupon you can click on. So yeah, and it's easy to use. You can be, as the lady in the picture is, you can hold your baby with one hand, pull the baby, the retractable door gate with the other. Nice and easy. So yeah, go check out Mum Cozy and all the options that they have. Here's the next guy, is the water drop. This is a countertop water filter, and like I said the other day, when you unbox it, here is a cleaning brush. So make sure that you don't just like throw this away. Make sure you grab the cleaning brush out first. And then we have power cords in there to charge it up. So you charge it up and it just sits on your counter like this. Inside here, lift this off and you put the water in. Now you'll see it actually comes with a filter, but the filter isn't installed because it's all covered in plastic and we're keeping it nice and fresh for you. You just lift this out and pop the filter in there. And so what's going to happen, and you just, oh, sorry, that might have been loud. Then you just slide it back in, put the water in, and you get 7 cups of fresh, clean water out. Sit on the counter, just push the button here, and it pumps that water in through the hose, through the filter, and out through this little nozzle here for you. So yeah, and you get it in different colors as well. So whichever is the best color for you, go in and use that. So that is the water drop. Now we've got some of these Govee lights, and they are great.
Awesome.
Oh my God. Now, the first one, designed for Halloween, but you can use it, well, actually not designed for Halloween. I'm showing you now because it's Halloween. Designed for all year round. This is 100 feet of smart light. So you can, and you'll see the next thing on the listing is black. So you have these little puck lights that the cord is either white or black. And 100-foot long cord. It's got 3M sticky on the back. So you, all you do is peel it off, stick it up where you need it to go, and it stays there. And it'll last all year long. And each one of these little pucks can be one of those little pucks like that. This is the white version. They will change color based on what you're going to individually program, or which is even easier, you just grab your app on your phone and you go, oh, do the Halloween theme, Halloween theme, Thanksgiving theme, Thanksgiving theme. We'll change colors, everything based on the colors and the Christmas. It takes you like 5 seconds to change your lights from season to season. That is such a huge saving, and it handles the weather big time. Let me just see what the range is. The range exceeds. Right, here we go. -4 degrees Fahrenheit. It works safely from -4 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So you can leave it out without any concern pretty much all year. That's the temperature range they guarantee. So probably exists even more than that. It's UV resistant, and it's also IP67 waterproof. And there's 72 LED lights. That's in the 100-foot version. You can get a 50-foot version to add to it. You can get a 150-foot version as well. So you can have it all plugged in and streamed out. It's also got bright white. So if you can program so the rest of the lights all around the house are super dim, white light in normal time when you're not doing anything, and then around the entry door, bright white, it acts as security lights for you. Hook it up to motion sensor, and they'll just come on when someone comes up to your house. You know, that's pretty cool. So these are the Govee permanent outdoor lights, and you can set them up to change. You can set them up to go through different sequences. You can do all these different things with it, and it works with Alexa, and it works with Google Assistants. So you can just be in the house and go, hey, and all the exterior of the house has changed. Or you can have it on a time-lapse thing. So every 15 minutes, every half an hour, it decides to do something else. So it's always updating and changing. So right now in the carousel is the one we've got, which is the white version. It also comes in a black corded version. So basically, where are we? Over here. You'll get a box that says instead of white version, you'll have black version. So basically the outside cover is black and the cord is black. So whichever matches your house best, the black or the white, it doesn't matter if it's black or white. Whatever works best for you is going to be. And it is supported with AI generated lighting effects. So it can do a rainbow, flow effects, all these different things. So whatever you want it to do, it's going to do. You put it up once and it's there easily for all year round. And now the next little item here from Govee, same thing, connected up to your app. This is a curtain. And it's got a huge Prime Day deal on it as well, 20% off. This is a curtain with 520 LED lights. It's got all these, like these rows. All these rows hang down, and each one of those little dots is a LED light that goes through a programmer, and you can access the curtain via your Govee app. And then what you do is you choose what imagery or scenery or story you want told via the curtain. So it actually has moving images that move as well, that you can see. And you can hang it in your window. You can hang it out in your front porch. This is great for, again, Halloween, Christmas, birthdays, any different opportunity you want. And it works with Alexa. It works with Google Home. You can get it in different sizes, 4 foot by 6 foot. You can get it in just under 10 foot by 7 foot, 15 by 7. So you can get all these big dimension sizes on it, and small foot. 4.9 by 6.6 is what we've got.
Sheila DB says, hey kids, good to see yous. I have those. So cool. So many options. Oh yes, you can talk in what you want to find and it suggests it. I have that too. Same, all the great options in the app. Jewel tones, feed the cord up over your garage door and generously drape and plug into your garage door opener on ceiling.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
It's a great idea.
Thank you.
Do you have it
Sheila.
on the inside of the garage or the outside of the garage?
Hanging on the outside of the garage.
Oh, that would be cute.
So when your garage door goes down, it's hanging on your garage door. When the garage door goes up, it's resting nicely outside for all to see. Fantastic. Great
Fun.
idea. Great idea.
My daughter's going to come home and go, what the heck is that?
Absolutely. So that is the Govee lights. Here's also another great product from Govee that you can attach to the app. Just connect up to your app, and it's a set of 4 external or internal thermometers. So these have a 2-year, 24-month battery life into them. Charge them up, and you can put them inside, you can put them outside, and they last for 2 years. Connects up to the app, and they have quite a good range. They've got a bigger range than they used to. They've been improved now, and so they have 1,312 foot range, Wi-Fi connection, and you can access that via the app, and you can find out what the humidity is and the temperature in each location that you put these in. So if you have a kid's playhouse, you have a greenhouse, you have any form of the chicken coop, and you're like, if it gets too hot, it's not going to be healthy. Wherever you want, and then you can easily access humidity, because some places, if it gets too humid, that moisture is going to affect like antiques or other elements. And if it gets too hot or too cold, you can have concerns. So now, super easy to use just these guys. And they give you all that information right to the palm of your hand with the app. Now, especially if you've got them in a nursery where the kids are playing, because the kids are more sensitive than we are. So being aware of what's going on in their space temperature-wise. And one of the things you can have in there also is this baby musical mat.
It's so cute.
Let's have a look at this. Oops, that's not what I'm doing. Why is it doing that?
What's happening? Did it get played through and coming back?
No, it's showing up as something different when I push the button. So let me try it again for you, folks. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom.
We are having tech issues today.
It's not showing up as the full thing. It's not taking me to it.
It's a different one. I'd stop that share.
I am.
All right, we're going to try this again.
We'll try this again. Here we go.
There's two of them there. See?
So do the second one.
You're doing the, yeah.
There we go. That's what it was.
Yeah.
This is a musical mat for kids, toddlers. It's pretty cool because when they step on these, it makes noises. Super cute. It comes with these little cards, and each of the cards have different instruments on them, so your kids can start learning what the different instruments are. It also comes with a little instruction book. Really super easy to use. I'd like to thank them for sending this to me to review. I love this kind of thing. I think music is a great addition for your children to learn, get them started early on hearing sounds, and they can start matching those sounds and things like that. But what's really fun about this one is you can just turn it on and off. It does not come with batteries, so it takes 3 AA batteries, and you just easily just unscrew that, and you've got to put those in. So it requires adult installation for that. And then once you have this, check it out. It's like, so when they step on the different notes, they make the different sounds, and they can start learning already. It's like a little, just like a 10-key do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Awesome. Thank you again.
I do. I love you so much.
I'm not really seeing it. I'm seeing the opposite. Yeah, folks. So that's the musical map. That's it. Yes, Rover, you and Amy are right. Fob number 2. Thank you, folks, for supporting me through that emotional. Now, Flub, what does FLUB stand for really? Fantastic, liberating, unbelievable beauty. I'm sure that you guys recognize that in me on a consistent
According to the dictionary, it's botch or bungle, a thing badly or clumsily done, a blunder.
What? It was a rhetorical question, Amy. Thank you, Sheila B. You like my shirt? Did you say budhole?
I did not. No, I did not.
Yes, she did.
Bungle. Bungle. B-U-N-G-L-E. Bungle.
Jenny shared a interesting story with us about because she's a counselor, and she was on the train, and this person got on and said, "Oh wow, there's so many psychopaths around here. They're everywhere." And she's like, "Oh, really?" and then he's like, "Oh yeah, they're everywhere." And she's like, "How do you know?" Goes, "Oh, there's signs. There's signs. You can easily find them. There's signs." She's like, "Oh."
So she decided to just stay silent for the rest of the ride for 47 minutes.
And then when the guy got off the train, she realized he had cycle pants on and picked up his bike and realized that he said there are cycle paths, not psychopaths. Cycle paths.
Like to ride
everywhere.
your bike
on. It's a funny story. Very cool, very cool, very cool. So that's the baby monitor. Hey, these are it's coming into that time of the year where these are awesome elements to have. This is the Ekasiga. This is the black version. These are the wearable blankets. A blanket hoodie. A blanket hoodie. So here's the hood. Inside, faux Sherpa wool. Outside, flannel fleece. Flannel fleece. This has 2 pockets. Some versions have a pocket that goes all the way through. And the cuff is nice elasticized cuff. And inside, the whole inside is faux Sherpa wool. Let me show you. Here's the bottom of it. As you can see, everything is faux Sherpa wool on the inside. And you have flannel fleece like a soft plushy toy on the outside. On the outside, you have the flow. So that's a smaller version, and here is a bigger version. This is with the leopard print in it, gray one. This one's mine. This is, pop this on, and I'm right on 6 foot, and the bottom is dragging along the ground as I walk. So yeah, nice big covering here with the faux Sherpa wearable blankets. And they're so warm, snuggly, and cuddly. They keep you super warm at all times. There's no denying how warm and comfy you feel when that's happening. Yeah, the next guy, here we go. This is the EcoFlow River. EcoFlow River power station, power generator, a battery power bank. You can charge it up right here. And this little yellow spot over here is where you can connect it to your solar panels. It comes actually with all the cords to connect to a solar panel. And also you can charge it up by putting it in the outlet. You've got power spots here, USB, USB-C, light, 12 volt, all of those elements there. Digital display, flashing light. It is a super handy power station to have at any time when you're without power. I've actually seen it in a YouTube video, that exact one. This guy's living off the grid in a little cabin, talking about his life. And he has a fridge connected to it. He has like a little stovette thing that he uses every now and then. And he's got it plugged in to a cord that goes out to some solar panels. And that's his whole source of energy. Just that one river. So it's always plugged in the solar panels. The solar panel's always charging up, and he just uses it when he needs to use it. And so he's got, that's pretty handy to know that that's all possible from it. Here's the Eufy robot. Eufy.
I love Eufy.
Oh, pardon me.
Bless you, bless you, bless you.
This is the robot cleaner. This is the Eufy robot cleaner. We have in the top here, just pull this out every 2 months, and that's all the rubbish. All you do is you pull that out, throw it in the bin, replace it with a new one. So here we go. Good to go. The vacuum, the robot vac, here backs up into it, and all the waste gets sucked up into here. And also, while it's backed up into here, there's a little razor blade down here that runs back and forth and cuts any hair that would be tangled in your bristles. Now, this is the hybrid version, so you can see the bristles are both for mopping and vacuuming. So it's brush as well as squeegee. And you connect it up with the Eufy app. You can see where it's been, going.
So warm and cozy. Oh, talking about the
yeah. They are so warm and cozy, those blankets. So with the Eufy app, all you got to do is see when it's working, when it's not working. You can actually design areas for it not to go into. So you can do no-go zones via the app.
Oh, that's cool.
And it can do carpet as well as floors. It can do mopping as well as vacuuming. So yeah, that's the Eufy robot vacuum cleaners, and they're on a huge deal right now, 30% off, and so that's down from $400 to $279.
Wow,
30%. That's a big price drop for the Eufy
30% off is a great deal on this particular one.
Yeah, they're not making any money on that one while these sales are on. Here's also the Eufy bathroom scales, which Amy can do a quick explain how they work.
I love these actually. It's a smart scale, and what's cool is you just open it on your app, and you open it on the Eufy Life app. I've got my Eufy Life app right here, and it's pretty cool because it tracks your weight, but it also, I'm logging into this thing. It also tracks your bone density, your body fat. You can put a goal weight in there. since I started working out, I gained an extra 4 pounds, but I'm feeling tighter and smaller. So that's muscle. That's probably muscle. So, and it will reflect a lot of that. So it's going to tell you your water intake, your bone mass, your muscle mass, your BMR, your visceral body fat, how much visceral body fat you have, how much lean body mass you have, how much body mass fat mass you have, your bone mass, muscle mass, body age. Ooh, my body age is higher than my age. And my protein levels. And it was low. So it can read all of that, which is amazing. Like it reads it through your feet. So you just stand on it. It reads all of that. Super cool. And then it gives you like a tracker so you can like keep track of it and keep track of your goals. You can also, with this same app, I believe you can just see, I can put how many calories I've eaten. So I can like put the calories that I'm eating, and then it can start to give me like more recommendations on what I'm doing. Now, I am not a big fan of calorie counting. I've been a personal trainer. We actually are former gym owners, but I do believe that having a scale in your house is really important, because as soon as you stop looking, the weight goes up and you don't notice. And all of a sudden you're in a place you don't want to be. But if you're watching it more closely, then you're more apt to go, maybe I will not eat that hot fudge sundae. Like, cause you're watching your weight. So by watching your weight, it can be helpful, but don't make it the end all be all of everything.
Yeah, it's one source of information that is very helpful to be aware of.
It's just a tracking tool.
Absolutely. So, because remember, you can be on the scales, have a big drink of water, and all of a sudden you weigh more. So it's not necessarily your weight, but what does that weight reflect of the change that's going into your body? Having a big drink of water means that you have increased your hydration. Means you're more hydrated. That's a good thing. But if you haven't drunk a whole bunch of water and your weight's going up, what does that mean? Where is that weight hanging out in your body? And with these, it does a scan of your whole body, and you can see at what level hydration you are. Is your body 50% hydrated, 100% hydrated, 98%? It will show your metabolic age. So what is the age of your body right now based on all those demographics of bone density, body fat, and all the rest? So it's definitely worth having a look at. It's like those who like Star Trek, it's like having a medical tricorder that you stand on.
Yeah, that's a good one. There's a couple other good smart scales, but Oofy's a really good one, especially if you have some other Oofy products, because you can add it into your Oofy home life, and you can add more devices. So you just click add device, and so you've got several different, you can do several different things on here. It's pretty cool.
Indeed. And then we've got Bedshore. You guys know that we love the Bedshore products. This is a duvet cover. Now, it's got a fantastic fun design on it. Here's one of the pillowcases. So it's a duvet cover that comes with 2 shams. So the cover itself has this lightweight material to it. And on one side, it has these little soft to touch tufts that create a geometric design. So yeah, it creates this nice design. It's nice to touch. It's 3-dimensional, creates a wonderful like vibe to it. And you get it in a whole collection of different colors and sizes. And you can also get it, this is the 3 set. So you got the duvet cover plus the 2 shams. You can also get it in a 5 set, which is the duvet cover, 2 shams, and a fitted sheet set to go with it. And there's like 30 different colors you can get. Same design on all of them, just all different colors. But they are a beautiful duvet cover inspired by the chic boho style design. So this is a chic boho, great for farmstead kind of decor as well. Goes really nice. Elegance and coziness combined. So that's that from Bedshore. Remember, Bedshore has all the bedding needs for all the bedding circumstances. So, perchance, You need to change up your bedding to go to the colder bedding, the colder climate bedding. Go check out the Bedshaw store, especially today. Get yourself some unique bedding options for it getting colder over the next few months. They'll get yourself a great deal at Bedshaw with the different discounts. So this is 37% off today. So they'll have also some prime big day deals going on there. So click on the Bedshaw store and go in there and check out what other like 20 to 30 to 50% off deals they've got going on and their other options, especially going into like the duvet cover is great because the duvet cover can just come off and you can wash it and then put it back on the duvet without having to wash the whole duvet. Some of those duvets that are just themselves, they take up a lot more effort to wash.
Awesome. Very good stuff. If you guys have any questions on anything today, feel free to ask now. Now's your chance.
Yeah.
Next week, next Wednesday, we have an author, and you are going to love her book. Her name is Shelley. I don't know how to say her last name. Mechete. M-E-C-H-E apostrophe T-T-E. Machete. I don't know. Anyway, her book is called 70 Days of Happy. Life is Better When You Smile.
Oh, smile's a good thing.
You're gonna like that. Life is Better When You Smile is a personal journey of self-discovery and empowerment, providing helpful tools and suggestions to help take back the emotional control that others have repeatedly been allowed to access into your life. Stop looking to others for your happiness, peace, contentment, life's purpose, and value. None of those things will be found in them. Pure joy begins within and flows outward. Only then will it be real. Only then will it last. You have the power to create change in yourself, your family, your community, and this world through the purpose that was strategically designed solely for you. 70 Days of Happy can show you how to ignite it. The keys are in your hands. What doors will you open today, tomorrow, in life? Let's take this journey together and find out.
Cool. Jenny says that she loves our author shows.
Me
she
too.
Likes
That's my favorite. I'm so glad you like them. It's my favorite too. I love it when we have an author to interview because it's so interesting. And what I find interesting is we literally went from like death to happy this week to like a smiling author. But she was very positive too. Like even in her pain, which was so beautiful. Vicki was such a great author. Her book is at the beginning. Let me just go highlight that again real quick for you guys. Vicki's book, To Sam with Love, is fantastic book. I highly recommend if you've had personal loss, working through that personal loss is key because when we hold on to it, when we don't let it out because we're just afraid that we're not going to I remember I had a house that burned down and my best friend's son passed in that fire. He was 3 years old and I was raising him as my own son. I thought I was never going to be the same. And I cried nonstop for 4 months. Like I couldn't stop crying. It was just like the tears just came and came and came. But I'm really glad that I let that happen because had I tried to stuff it, that eats away on the inside. And if you don't let it out, it starts to affect your health and your body. So it's really important to let that out and then find that happiness and ignite it in yourself. So next week we'll be talking about that. So that's really exciting.
Indeed, it will. So that book, Smile, remember we always say that there's a thing that you can do to help people, and that's share a smile, because everybody is going through their own struggle. Everybody has some specific struggle or circumstance they're dealing with. And you don't have to fully understand it to be able to help. You can just be caring and share a smile. So when you're out and about today, share a smile with a stranger. And if you're adventurous, give them a little wink.
Tag along with Amy and Jamie while we meet the authors. Right here on Amazon Live. Ask questions to win a prize from your favorite author's life. So come on, just tag along with Amy and Jamie while we meet the authors. Right here on Amazon Live. Ask questions to win a prize from your favorite author's life.